So, finally talking about our first entry video. When I thought about doing this recording, I really wanted to have that kind of fancy PowerPoint and all explanations and super clear. But I've come to realize that a lot of you guys actually love the raw, straight to the point video. There's no bullshit, and I don't sound like if I have like a stick broom up my ass, super organized with a call. I think that having it a little bit more improvised gives me a little bit more inspiration when it comes down to properly uh, transfer the knowledge to you guys. When I was thinking about this call, of course, this call, we're not going to go over all the entries because it's going to be impossible. I did the math and I think I have over 30 different entry models to enter. Today, I will be teaching you, I think, four. Four should be enough. And most of you already know them based on the calls that we did. But I'll give you tricks and I'll give you examples also. So in the middle of the video, I might have to pause it to go on a chart so you can see. But without further ado, let's go and explain the four ones. Okay. So every single entry of these entry models come with an inducement. And this entry model that I'm going to be teaching you has and will forever and ever always have a POI to mitigate. I will not tolerate some of you guys entering trades straight to inducement like some of the ones I did. Like some of you know me from Instagram, and I've been doing some pretty impressive stuff back in the day, and that was coming from a lot of confidence and a lot of profit also during the week to be able to risk those trades. But a lot of what you guys don't know is often during those manipulation that I was doing, those trade execution, I was hitting one or two stop losses just before. Just try to not believe everything you see on social media. And I've always been transparent about the fact that I hit multiple stop losses because of my aggressive entry model. And depending on the time of the year and depending on the profit I have, I will become a little bit more like more calm or like more conservative, if we might say. Okay. So every single of these models I'm going to be showing you today, every single one of them come with an inducement. So let's say we have equal lows, right? Price induces, right? Let's say it does this. It induces. It does a relevant break of structure, comes back to the extreme POI, and leave, right? That would be the entry model, the little bit more popular one and the more, let's say, highly confirmed one. And we can do the same thing here. You guys are going to be able to do it on your chart and just, you can pause the video. Please don't screenshot this video. It's against the rules, but just actually try to do it on your graph and keep it as is on your journal or on your notes. Okay. So you have your relevant break of structure and you target the next liquidity zone or the next inducement zone or the next enticement zone, right? I think that we saw reverse. Yeah, that was a button we were pressing. I don't know what reverse is, but that was the one we were pressing on the call the other day. So like this, right? Here we go. Okay. That would be both of them your first entry. Okay. Here we go. You can see them. Perfect. Now, I want to show you exactly the same thing. Oops. Let's do it manually. Right? Same thing. You have your equal highs. You have faking those equal highs. So the mitigation this time of the decisional, right? The decisional is the POI that broke the structure, okay? So let's do the same thing here. Again, this is perfect scenarios. We have liquidity. Basically, every single entry of this model needs an inducement, right? Very, very clear. It needs an inducement. No inducement, no trading. Very, very clear. Okay? So that would be, again, a mitigation of the decisional, right? So that would be more of a continuation model, but it's still pretty simple, right? Here we go. I should adjust this thing. I don't know if there's a... I'll check that after. All right. So this would be the second model. So this is the first model. This is the second model. I'm not going to label them because I don't like labeling these kinds of stuff with all the entries we have. It's simple. This is a inducement relevant breakout structure, mitigation of inducement slash extreme POI. That's it, right? This is the same thing, but with the decisional. So these are the same entry models, but there's a buy and a sell, and this is the same entry model also. Right? Now, these are first one. Okay? Let's try to move them over. Let's squeeze them. Maybe this one. I'll duplicate this one. Here we go. Sorry if I'm calm. I'm trying to do this right. So that would be also another option, right? Another type of entry. That would be a little bit similar than the other one. Maybe I'll lower this one here. That's a little bit better, right? And that would be, can you guess what this one is? The internal breakup structure. So that would be the IBOS. That would be the RBOS plus decisional. And this one would be the RBOS plus extreme, right? Very straightforward. Now, let's go and show you the final one. Oops. Final one is even easier. Is the same thing, but it's just retests of extreme. And we can even move this one here. And have this one here. Oops. There we go. Right? This one would be mitigation of the pre-decisional, because you still don't know if it's a decisional because your entry is actually taking the decisional. So basically, this, I wanted to show you four. I've shown you 1, 2, 3, 4, like literally 5 I can continue. Like there's multiple examples with equal lows, equal highs, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So I think that for the matter of this call, let's take the most probable one, and it would be this one. The retest of the inducement POI. The relevant break of structure is very hard because oftentimes the structure is very higher or lower, but this one is the best one. So I think that for the matter of this call, let's do this one. Okay. So if you don't mind, let's pause the chart, the call, and I'll jump into a chart in 25 seconds. All right. So I'm in USD CAD, December 13. I think it was last Friday. Okay. So identification, first of all, of the structural expectation. Price is buying, right? Hasn't pretty much failed to make a new low, right? Very, very good. Okay. Right? Even though in this current day, before the day starts, you know that the structural expectation is bullish. Okay. When it comes down to intraday liquidity, we build sell side liquidity, right? We have clear stop losses at all these places, right? Clear, whatever you want. This one not so clear, but this one pretty clear. Okay. Also, we have the structural expectation. We know for a fact that we're buying. So everything that induces low, if we would have had like a structure here, like this inducement here, or even if it's this inducement here, this one here, or even the one below, is considered as a change in character because we're buying. So the overall intentions are bullish. Intraday perspective, we are bearish, but we cannot ignore the overall intentions, right? Very important. A lot of people confuse intraday and intentions, especially when it comes down to intraday liquidity. They think it will engineer the complete cycle of the market. We understand that we are bullish in terms of intentions. Structural expectation is always to make a new high, right? Very, very good. Now it's important to identify the inducement. As you can see, we have the invalidation shield here. We have this thingy here that I have no idea what it is. Pretty much stupid wick, a stupid candle. But what gives it away and what's cool about it is you have a clear false reaction. Look at how it fakes those equal lows, pushes higher, entices them, inducement low, right? This becomes now the relevant break of structure. A lot of people would see this as a false break of structure, but they ignore the actual structural expectation. And we don't have anything to the left to trade away from. So there is no real trade away in terms of bearish price action. The last trade away, let's see. Pretty much this one here, right? We're still trading away this one, trading away this one, trading away this one, right? These are equal highs that they, oh, God damn it, come on, like, come on. Look at the equal highs, false reaction, mitigation of the extreme or slash the decisional, Asia high rebounds. Look at this beauty. And you could have even re-entered here, right? So the tradeaways here are lovely. So why And I'm taking my time. As you can see, this video is really important for a lot of people. I'm taking my time. Why would the price completely create a false break of structure when we're only in the actual pullback of the higher time frame structural expectation? Again, I repeat myself, I don't look at higher time frame, but I still use the higher time frame purpose. I just stay on the M5. And I think a lot of people confuse it when I said I don't trade higher time frame. It's actually wrong. I look at the purpose of the structural expectation on the higher time frame. I just don't use the actual candles. But I'm able to see, and I have the experience to see that we are in the potential pullback to go higher. And what gives you this kind of clear evidence is that we're inducing, like, what are we doing? We're nothing. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to sound trolly, but there's nothing to trade away. So most likely what gives it away? False reaction, inducement with speed, momentum, inducement of Asia low, potentially taking enough liquidity based on those equal lows, right? We have no idea. The goal is we're reacting to nothing here, but what gives it away is the push, the reaction. So you know that this becomes relevant. If we would be in a trade away here from previous daily high, and the higher time frame expectation would be the opposite side, then this would become a false breakout structure. Trading is very situational. It's not because you see a trend line or your shit channels and it induces high that this is automatically an SMT. You need to use everything that we learned together to be able to properly identify it. As you can see, we come back into this POI, we take it, we target Asia high. Why Asia high? Simple. We target the structural expectation, right? If this is the protected low, this is the next enticement higher, okay? And let's check together if we go in lower time frame, if we could have seen a better entry, and we would even have, like I showed you, the decisional one, and that would be maybe the lower time frame one if you want to enter here, right? There's multiple ones that you can take to enter here. Very, very clean. And as you can see, price reacts from this point. See? And it never takes this low. It just respects and respects. And the tradeaways are in the same direction, baby, right? As you can see, this is now a confirmed false breakout structure because we are trading in the opposite direction of our overall structural expectation, and this can be considered also intentions false breakout structure, like here, right? We could see it, but it's just nasty. This one is better. As you can see, the SMT even provides a reaction until it comes back, mitigating the decisional POI, and that could even be called the relevant breakout structure here also, right? Because if you see it as higher time frame, push, inducement, relevant breakout structure, mitigation, trade away. Very, very, very simple and very, very precise when it comes down to listing all the evidence to properly understand that this is a relevant breakout structure and not a false breakout structure. Here we go. My tea is so hot, I can't drink it. Right, so if you don't mind, let me again pause the video and I'll show you more examples. USD CHF. Okay, again, before we start, identification of the structural expectation and the trend. trend is pretty clearly, right? Pretty clear. Here we had our switch, right? Here it made a new low. The trend is confirmed. It even broke the previous low of this push, right? So now we are bearish. Look, it takes 25 seconds. Come on, let's do our due diligence, okay? So now what do we have, right? Price fakes those equal lows, right? Irrelevant equal lows. Even builds like this simulate trend line here, pushing people to enter, enticing them. We have an inducement of Asia high. Price comes and mitigate this decisional push to the downside. We create unintentional higher time frame FBOS. Why? Because we are in a proper downtrend, right? And look how the FBOS here, and look how this candle even, god damn, like at this point it's just a cheat code. Look how that wick, even though it's an invalidation shield, there's still a reaction based on the PA, even if nobody enters. But look at the reaction, the release, and continues. And we are looking to go into these buys. So every single these cells, every single time that you have, let's say, a POI that mitigates here, and you have a reaction, this is where you're interested, right? Okay, I'm looking into it. There's even this point here. Okay, so people would panic that this is potentially a break and retest. You are not wrong. So I'll show you exactly what you should do. Okay, first of all, let's go and do this. Okay, this, you wait, you have the reaction, right? First and foremost, you mark up this inducement POI. Okay, this has been mitigated. I'm not a big fan of that mentality that point has already been mitigated, so it cannot be mitigated again. I've never used that, and I don't believe in it. We've seen multiple times point be remitigating again, so I think it would be good to see. Now you have the break and retest traders potentially entering. So you wait until we have a reaction. So usually you would put an alert here. So now you have an alert and you go in M1, right? And this is where you wait. Let's play the price, play price. See how now they came back again into the same zone, right? But this is risky. You think that you have break and retest traders. So you put an alert here, you put an alert here, and you wait. Here we go. They induce it high. So now you would enter something like this that takes the whole zone, right? If you go back in M5, that's actually the M5 POI. Right? A lot of would say, this is too big. It's 3 pips. Come on, don't be greedy. God damn it. See how it's easy? I do this all the time, right? You see those equal lows. You wait. Which alert pops first? This one pops first. This becomes a relevant breakout structure. Mitigation here. Me, I would enter like this, the decisional, but feel free to not enter like this and cover the high. And that's it. What's your target? Slam this bad boy. Even with the 3 pips stop loss, 3.4 pips, it's still almost a 9R. And you respect the structural expectation. Look how good it feels. Playing, trading with the trend. That's a 1-9 purely on M5. See? Like, you need to understand how easy this shit is. And if you miss this one, you wait. You always have that POI again, right? You wait. You have that POI again. Why is this not risky to take? You identify the higher time frame FBOS. You justify the decisional reaction and the confirmed inducement of this Asia high. So we're inducing people, we're inducing the liquidity, and we're enticing people to enter with this FBOS, right? And there's buyers also, breakout traders entering here, breakout, break and retest also here. Break and retest, they just didn't make a new high, right? So the version 1 is in there, the version 2 no. So there's clear liquidity here on those equal lows also. God damn it, it's so easy. So now you have identification of this FBOSS. Let's just note them down because it's at this point I'm getting too excited. God damn, I'll have to calm myself because it's a little bit too easy. Buy side liquidity, clearly equal lows, trend line, breakout traders. So this equals clear LQ to target. Okay. 2, inducement of Asia high. 3, higher time frame FBOSS with intentions. 4, structural expectation respected. 5, respected. I can't even type in English. Decisional PY mitigation. This one here. Decisional, okay. This one here. After inducement slash mitigation, we had the reaction. This one here, reaction. Enticing one last time the break and retest traders. Mitigation of inducement slash extreme PY. And you just took the continuation here. So 8 confluence that we listed in like 25 seconds. So those shorts make more sense because you identified properly the reaction. You can still enter here and just cover the high and take this. It's just that you're going to be if you take directly this, you're going to be a long time into drawdown. And most likely when this is going to be break and retest, you're going to have to hit the BE. But I would do the same. If I would enter here, I would get to BE, but I would re-enter because I know the idea is still the same. And this is some of the stuff that you guys need to understand is properly identify the story, properly identify the idea. If the trade idea is still valid, re-enter. Why would you wait, right? Because a lot of you guys get emotional when you take a loss. I don't freaking care. I take a loss. I'm already back in the ring right after. And I think that this will come with experience, but look at those trades. Look at those entry models. Look at the way we trade. Realistically, you just need properly to identify the structural expectation. You had all this liquidity built, right? This is the structural leg. We just continue. We build all this liquidity because they already knew they would slam this guy down because of news with FOMC, interest rate, all that crap. They building. How can this be an FBOSS and this be an SMT if we're still in the same trend? Come on, right? This is just, you can see, it's just a complex pullback until this point is taken. The trend hasn't really switched, and we're just an M5, right? In the H1, it would make more sense. Look, you can see it here. Okay, and this is just intentions wise. Now price coming, this pushes. People thinks it's an inducement. You are not wrong. But look how long it takes. Look the reaction to Asia session. So slow, so slow. So you know for a fact that this inducement probably hasn't caused any real tradeaways, because usually when there's an inducement and then there's a tradeaway, you know for a fact that the release of liquidity is very fast, right? They would have at least went higher and not wait literally how long it took from this inducement to this one, 14 hours to have a reaction. No. So now you just really simply, you wait, price goes higher. We break even this point, but it could have been this point. It could have been this point also. We don't know. We wait for the reaction. We don't enter. I've seen some people enter here. It was nice trades, but it was very aggressive. If it wasn't your first trade of the day, I have no problem with this. But this break-even zone here is kind of aggressive. You always want to be involved with trades when there's the reaction, right? So basically you have that break-even zone. And look, there's this reaction. You did your first break here. No breakout traders entering here. So you wait. Oof. Now there's literally an inducement, right? Probably mitigating this point or even faking those equal lows. Remember, like, they're faking, right? There's a new high created. Like, come on, like call the goddamn Fed, tell them to remove my computer, get this computer away from me, because, like, come on, like, at this point, it's like, how can they make it more obvious? You look, right? This is properly a manipulation. Look at the reaction, right? So what you do is you put an alert here because you don't know if it's going to be taken, right? You put an alert. This, then you go in M1. Same freaking shit than earlier. Same freaking shit than earlier. Same. I'll repeat myself. Same shit than earlier, right? How big is this bad boy? 10 pips. Oof, that's a little bit too big. But focus on the risk to reward, right? 125. Personally, I would prefer taking this, right? If you think that this is too big, wait for the reaction. This is the internal break here. Or otherwise, wait for this one here and take this one here. All these PYs are valid. I personally would take this, right? Especially if you go on 30 seconds, it sounds great. See? Right. Yeah, this is good. Mitigation, right? You come back, and we'll do a video soon about a PY volume 2, but you can see that this is the mitigation of this PY. There's a reaction. We know for a fact that this has been mitigated, so it's good. We retest this point here, right? There's another reaction. Look at this. Oh my God. So great. So great. And you target what? The next. Can I repeat myself? Give me a minute. The next enticement zone for the structural expectation. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this bad boy. Like, come on. You guys are going to have so much fun. 2025 is going to be insane. Or if you're watching this video in future groups, whatever years we're on, maybe the shelter will still exist in 2030. We don't know. You're going to have so much fun because once you identified properly, and it's just that I'm so bored of these kinds of trades that I'm trying so much stuff. But if you stick with the proper identification of structural structural expectations plus liquidity, faking the reaction, look at the release. This is most likely an SMT, right? The expectation order flow is bearish reaction. This could be accounted as potentially a false break of structure. We have here, it comes back. Look at this. If you miss this one, wait. And even if you take the bigger one, it's a 1 to 5. Come on, nobody got bored taking 1 to 5s. So if we recap, it's a short video. There's not too much to show because you guys are all professionals now. Every single inducement needs to be identified. The trade that you want to take, even though it sounds like you're trading a reversal, because here on the intraday, let's say that this one here, I was really sure that this, like, I was identifying this as shorts, and I was really sure that this would at least take this one. And it was a mistake from my part. I think I really thought that it would at least fulfill this one last time to take these. But it's okay. I can be perfect. And when I woke up in the morning, I saw the reaction of this. I was like, it's going short. If you guys remember, I marked this up here, had this by here to take this, and it was enough to fulfill their need. And even though this on the intraday, it seems like you're trading reversal, but you're not. You're just trading with the trend, right? Because this is the peak of that final low, and identification of those points like this requires a lot of experience. Like, it's hard to predict which one will be the high of this low point when you're trading like this live. In hindsight, it's easier, but you get the idea, because once you're going to trade a lot like me, like I haven't traded in like really in 1 month, because like I was really even early in November, I wasn't taking things seriously because I had to close my year. But when it comes down to me focusing, I know these pairs like the back of my hand. I know exactly where GU is. I know exactly the time, the movement, where we are in the movement. I know because I'm trading them every single day, and I update my chart every single day. And as you can see, it looks like you're trading reversal, but you're not. Like, you're actually just respecting the trend, right? So this is something that people need to understand, that even though on the actual intraday, it seems like you're taking a reversal from here or here, but you're not. You're actually just respecting the structural expectation, right? And if we go back and identify the tradeaways, right? This one was the tradeaway. Oops, my bad. Tradeaway, tradeaway, tradeaway. This mini FBOSS tradeaway. And this was just not a tradeaway. It was a pullback engineered by this smart money zone. Look at the speed. I've seen some people take this and they close most of their position into this SMT, and the release of liquidity gives you the indication that this is potentially holding orders to manipulate people. It's just lovely when it comes down to identifying which type of entries you want to take. And I've put them on paper. I think I have like more than 30, because I've developed my techniques over the past years. And I think that I just build my own entry criteria, and most of them, they're all the same. You want the POI, you want an inducement, and you want an intentions to go in your direction. But everything has a POI and everything has an inducement. Pretty simple, right? It's just that I prefer the more confirmed ones that takes longer. Before, I like the extreme straight inducement, but this is good for the show. It's not good to print money. I like doing this to build a little bit more experience and practice, because everything I teach you is everything that I've built over the time. And I don't want to be a stupid guy and say, I do this. I've tested this entry 2 times. If I discover new stuff, it's all going to be based on my experience and based on things that I practice. So I think it's very important for you to build this type of experience also. I was with a one-on-one today with a student. He's doing great. And I just told him, continue doing the same thing. Like, if it's not broken, don't change it, right? The only thing it's missing, it's experience and capital, right? Because once you have all the pieces of the puzzle, you're still not gonna make money. The goal is to be building this experience to make money. If you follow everything I say, and if you mark up things perfectly, and you understand everything we talk about, there's just no way for you to not make money. It's just completely impossible. Like, I would be the worst teacher to show you something that doesn't work and that on paper doesn't work, and also that you're not able to make money out of it. It's just completely stupid. The fact is, people think it's constantly psychology. Most of the time is people don't know how the market works. And just that structural expectation and that trade away is two things that I integrated in my strategy, because in my last community, they were telling me that structure doesn't exist and stuff like that. But I do understand that it sounds cool, but how can you say that structure doesn't exist if it's viewed by everyone in the market and it's just an indication of a trending market? Trends exist, right? You cannot predict the structural shift, but when you're in a good trend, it's easy. It's when you're in between 2 points that it's hard. Like this thing here, it was hard to predict the shorts because we were in the pullback to go lower. But once it's happening and this is broken here, and now you know, let's go, we continue, right? It's always to predict the pullbacks. So try to trade into the pullbacks or away from them with continuation. Don't be the catching the falling knife guy. Try to be calmer and patient. Like from this point to your entry, it's 1 hour and 45 minutes, but this is trading, and trading is also waiting. So as of now, officially, I would want everybody to start trading. Now I need you to, first of all, find yourself a broker. Deposit $100. Or you create $100 demo. If you don't feel comfortable trading more capital, focus on $100. I want you to trade 0.03 lots into this $100. Why I changed that a 0.1 to 0.03? Because of partials. I want you to have 2 partial zones. So if you take partials, you will remove, let's say, 0.2, 0.1, right? Okay. The goal is to find consistency that way. Okay. Once this happens, right? What I want you to do, and this is very important. I'm giving you my guidance. You do whatever if you want to do. Okay. After this, after maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe 1 month of really good consistency, it's very important to fill your journal while you do this. Okay. Once this happens, you will do at the same time, right? Journal, journey plan, and also it's important to just track, right? There's your journal, but I need you to track the data, right? Track performance, but I need to journal your trades. Like today I traded like shit, I did XYZ, and focus on the $100. Once this happens, this is important to be on a broker, right? Live or demo, whatever you want. When you find consistency, I want you to get yourself a FTMO demo. Okay. Best case scenario is to copy this. Copy, like I do, the firewall. Copy this from here, this to this, and you don't log into this account. Never. You just monitor the dashboard into FTMO demo. FTMO demo is free. FTMO demo is free. Now, when you copy your trade, you're going to use either social trader tool or Traders Connect that I use now. Connect. Traders Connect is cheaper. It's going to cost you like $10 per month. I will do a call about how to do it, how to set it up. There's also Trader Blue, or whatever, Blue Copy Blue. I don't remember the one. It's pretty good. And you need to pass 3 FTMO. Pass them. This is just 5%. 5%. I need you to pass 3 of them. If you fail one, you restart to 0. I do not care what you say. This is what I recommend. You do whatever the F you want to do. You need to pass 3 FTMO in a row. If you fail one, you restart from 0. It's very important. Very, very important. Once this is done, my recommendation is then take a FTMO funded or any kind of. I'm just saying FTMO because they offer the demo, but you can take whatever platform you want. This is my recommendation again. If you have the capital, take a 200K. If you don't have capital, take a 10K. Pass this one, right? Pass this one. Let me just do this. You pass, then you take pass. I'm so stupid with this little graph. I hope it doesn't piss you guys off because I'm trying to have a visual representation of the plan, right? Pass, then first payout, then you take a 50K challenge. You pass. You do first payout. And then you do the same thing. FTMO. 100K. But you keep all these accounts, right? That would be my recommendation. If you have capital, then just directly go to FTMO, 200K, right? Don't waste time. If you even have real capital, enough capital, and you solidly have a good edge, go and create a live account, fund with 10K, and you can risk 1%. 1% per trade equals 0.10% on 100K. Because FTMO, they give you 100K, but your drawdown is 10K. So basically, you're just risking that 10K. So this is the best case. Best thing to do is trade. You don't need more than 10K. If you want to trade like kind of like a 200K, put 20K. If you want to trade like a 100K, put 10K. That's enough. Passing 3 FTMO challenge will be very hard. But now we'll go into maybe integrating new tabs in the Discord to discuss about your losses, or maybe you're going to be able to go and ask questions. We're going to be discussing about your losses. We're going to have also post-mortem calls where we will have Friday calls when we're going to sit down and go over members' losses and dissect them. My goal is to build that consistency, building that maturity. It will not happen over time. If you thought that having this video you would quit the shelter and make $1 million, it's not going to happen. This is a maybe another 3 months, another 4 months journey, but I'm not going to quit until a lot of you guys are able to get a return on investment. My goal is the shelter costs you, let's say, $2,000 a year. My goal is at least able to give you that $2,000 back. Once this is done, my job is done, your ROI is 100%. Then we'll grow that capital, or we'll help you grow that capital. I'll help you build a track record. I'll help you. We will become money-making machines, but it takes time, dedication, maturity, and a lot of patience. But at least you have someone that is there to help you, because I was there not so long ago. So I think that you guys will appreciate the coming months. For the premium members, also, we have a lot of juicy things to come. So if some of you guys want to upgrade, it would be the time maybe in end of January, because we'll work a lot. And as of now, even though I already said that you could get your feet wet, this is the first video about entries. I will have maybe 2 or 3 videos in total about entries. As of now, I ask you guys to start trading. Please start trading. It's time to build that experience. Take those stop losses, but please journal every single trade. We provided a journal. We're improving it earlier next year, and we're even working on a way that I will have access to all your capital, your MT4 and your performance very, very soon. We're thinking about a couple of ideas. But to be honest, don't wait and start journaling. Don't enter a trade because you journal. And be honest, $100, even if it's demo, it's, if you win a trade, you're going to be able to buy, like, not even buy a fucking chocolate bar to the like convenience store. So why would you over trade or over risk or over panic for $100? This is why the copying method is the best. Master $100, you can master 100 million. So I hope you guys enjoyed this version 1 of the video, right? I think it's going to be better if I maybe, maybe move this one to here so it's clear. Oh, God, what am I doing? This is always me with my... Oh, God damn it, that was complex. Maybe start with slowly, and I won't recommend you to trade until mid-January, and that would be a perfect timing, because we are doing our trade-a-thon. January trade-a-thon. I haven't found a better name, so I'm very sorry. But I would like you guys to all be ready with this setup with $100 here first. Not that FTMO already, but have that $100 either demo or live ready for a full week of trading together, right? It's going to be, we're going to journal together. We're going to talk about our losses. We're going to talk about our trades. And it will be insane for us to all take the same trades. And for God's sake, please don't take an FTMO to 100K and buy it and expect to pass it with us. That's skipping steps. Focus on what I show you, and you will not regret it, right? So I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a little bit longer one, 53 minutes, but I think it's it's good, because now we're getting into the good stuff, and Daddy's excited. So have a great day. If there's anything, you let me know, or you let the team know. Catch you in Discord. Peace.